When I was a boy, there was a word my dad would use with me that left me disappointed, confused, sometimes even angry. That word? Checkmate. And I loved to play chess with my dad, but I hated to lose. But lose I did. 347 straight times between the ages of 7 and 9. Not that I was keeping track. I finally got so upset, I took desperate measures and I went to the library and found a secret weapon. Bobby Fischer teaches chess. Don't worry, this is not that copy. 300 pages filled with exercises designed to make me into an international chess grandmaster. 3 months later, and I turned the tables. Ha ha, Dad, sorry. Checkmate. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. All right. I might be a little too competitive. That might be hereditary. Or it might just be the fact that you and I live in a very competitive world. It starts when we're born. We don't even know it. Our parents are bragging about how long it took us to roll over. Look, look! And Billy next door, he's just laying there. How quick Sally managed to pull up. Or, oh, how fast you learned to walk. Yeah, my mom's still waiting to brag about that one. You get older and teachers grade you and peers judge you. Even the lunch lady gives you that evil eye. You sure you need that? But then you grow up and you get a job and you end up in a performance review. Not again. You know, much of our world is built on the fact that they think they win when they make you feel you've lost. They tell us what winning and losing is. Wealth, power, beauty. They even tell us whether we smell like a winner or a loser. Well, I guess they can fix that. Eat here. Wear this, drive that. We're exposed to thousands of messages every day that either imply or outright declare that we are losers unless we do, think, and purchase what they tell us to do, think, and purchase. Ask yourself, are you who you always wanted to be, or who the world has told you to become? Now here's the truth. Life is not a competition. I want to hear you say that. Life is not a competition. Life is not a competition. I know we're programmed to think otherwise. We think in terms of winning and losing and what the standards are and rankings and comparing ourselves to the thoughts of others. But I don't want to live in a world like that. And you don't need to either. You deserve better. You deserve to be able to define your own victories, to live a self-defined life, to win anyway. But what does that look like? Let me take you back when I was 9 years old. My friend Jeff and I used to play superheroes. I was always Batman, and Jeff was always Superman, because as he's magically appeared, has the glasses, the Superman shirt, and the wonderful black hair to go with it. When we weren't playing superhero, he was playing director. His dad had bought him a Super 8 movie camera. That's a really old movie camera that actually used film. And he would make superhero movies, not Superman or Batman, but Spider-Man movies, because his mom had made a Spider-Man outfit. There you go. On the roof, believe it or not. his friend Mike would play the superhero, and I was always the villain. Super villainous, great smile, I guess. The limping guy always gets to be the bad guy. I think it was profiling. Jeff knew exactly what he wanted to be at 9 years old. He carried his dream with him all the way to the University of Southern California, where he went to the film school. Getting out of the film school, even though what they say the odds are of actually becoming a director out of film school are slim to none, he charged forward. He worked on small films like Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. He got a break working on the film editing crew for As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt. Then after years paying his dues, he got a head honcho job as a film editor for a film nobody was really sure was going to work or not. That movie? Captain America. $370 million worldwide. And it launched the Avengers franchise in combination with Iron Man. When I talked to him last week, he was in Atlanta, currently working on the new Avengers film. But if you talk to the world, Jeff is a loser. Remember, he didn't want to be a film editor. He wanted to be a director. He had devoted his entire life to one goal and fallen short. Checkmate. But if you talk to him, he doesn't think he's a loser. No. Jeff, when I asked him, are you upset that you didn't ever become a director? He said, no, not really. Rich, I get to do what I always thought I'd be getting to do as a director. I get to make sure that the actors appear in the film in the best way possible. I get to help control the shots and the flow of the movie and the energy. I'm responsible in fact, for the plot lines to a degree, get some input, and I'm responsible for what finally ends up on the screen. I'm having the time of my life. I get to travel all over the world, work with the best people, and yet I don't have to have all the responsibility of a director. Jeff, in his own way, without even realizing it, was winning anyway, is winning anyway. Now, when you deconstruct what Jeff intuitively did, you end up with a motivational speaker's dream. That is a magical formula for success. Yes, a process for winning anyway. First, review. Where am I? What have I done? Where am I in comparison to the goal that I set? Second, acknowledge. I have achieved this. I've fallen short here, but I've managed to accomplish this, this, and this. And then celebrate that. Celebrate what you've gotten to do, how far you have come, because you're going to need to celebrate to build up your energy and your self-esteem to move on to step 3, which is reset. Either figure out a new way to go after the same goal that you want to keep going after, or like Jeff, reformulate what you're going to do and go after a new goal. And then fourth, act. Take action. If you've learned nothing from what all these other speakers today have talked about, you have to take action. You can't just think about it. You have to do something. But you're thinking to yourself, I know, Rich, that's great. That's great for somebody who's worried about a career or money, but I don't care. I don't need to compare myself to anything. I don't care what the world thinks. And my life still is bad. My life has bad things happen in it. You don't understand me. But I do. Bad things happen in my life. Bad things happen to my family. Bad things happen to my daughter, Bailey. Bailey was born with neurofibromatosis. I don't know how many of you in here have heard of that, but I'm willing to bet it's a very small percentage. It is the least known, most common genetic disorder there is. It affects 1 in 3,000 people. more than multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, or cystic fibrosis. But you've heard of all of those. It creates tumors at the end of your nerve endings. And that can be inside or they can be outside. Sometimes they're just cosmetic. Sometimes they can be life-threatening. And NF is a progressive disorder. So no matter how you're doing today, you're always waiting for tomorrow and next year to see where it takes you. Neurofibromatosis usually comes with Asperger's or an autism somewhere on the autism spectrum, sometimes with mental delays and other challenges. Bailey suffers from those as well. While she has no external tumors, if she walked in the room right now, you wouldn't think anything was wrong with her. When she was 15, we found out that she had an internal tumor right in the middle of her brain. And it's non-cancerous, but it can still grow. And if it grows too much in that spot, our mom and I took immediate action. We knew we had to be aggressive with this, and so we opted for chemotherapy. And after 3 months of chemo, we were actually excited to go into the doctor to find out that we'd done the right thing, that the tumor had shrunk, and that Bailey was going to get better. And when the doctor came in, we could tell by the look on his face, the tumor had doubled in size. Chemotherapy was going to have to continue. I looked at Bailey. Do you know what this means? She shrugged her shoulders. I said, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know. On the way home, can we get a slushie? What? Don't you get it? Don't you understand? I thought this. I did not say this. Because of course she understood. She understood what she could control and what she couldn't. She could control whether or not we got a slushie on the way home. And we did. And she got a slushie with all the colors of the rainbow. A few weeks later, we were approaching her sweet 16. Asked her what she wanted for her birthday. She looked up and said, Dad, I just want to know that I'm going to turn 17. This year, she turned 21. Bailey is living life on her terms, controlling what she can control, whether it's making hats for cancer patients, cancer kids at Children's Hospital, or making plans with her boyfriend of 12 months. She is winning anyway by living anyway. Now let's go back. Review. Acknowledge, reset, and act. If you think it's a coincidence that the first letters of those words are R-A, R-A, I guess I should do that for you, R-A, R-A, rah, rah, then you've never tried to be a motivational speaker before. You need to cheer yourself on to victory. Your victory is your choice. No matter what the world tells you, no matter what they throw at you, your goals are your choice. Your victories can be defined by you. You can be whoever you want to be in life. And you can tell the world to go jump in a lake. You can laugh anyway. You can dance anyway. You can live anyway. You can love anyway. You can win anyway. Because your victory is just around the corner.